ASMR Library. Happy New Year's to you too. I find that everyone celebrates that holiday, but very few people know much about it. How about I get you something to drink, and I'll share with you some facts about New Year's Eve and the New Year's holiday itself. Mark Twain once said that New Year's is a harmless annual institution of no particular use to anybody, save as a scapegoat for promiscuous drunks and friendly calls and humbug resolutions. For thousands of years, civilizations around the world have celebrated the arrival of the new year. Many, but not all, New Year's festivities begin on December 31st, the day commonly called New Year's Eve. Did you know the earliest known New Year's celebrations date back to 2000 BC in ancient Mesopotamia? In ancient Rome, New Year's was on March 1st. The Roman calendar consisted of 10 months and 304 days, and the new year began at the vernal equinox. The calendar, however, became out of sync, and in 46 BC, Julius Caesar created the Julian calendar, which closely resembles our modern Gregorian calendar. The Romans celebrated the new year by offering sacrifices to Janus, the Roman god of change and beginnings, in hopes of being granted good fortune for the new year. They would decorate their homes with laurel branches, and they would also attend wild parties. visitors to the house must be opened to assist with the old year and finding its way out. Until the old year leaves, the new year will be unable to come in. In Japan, Buddhist temples all over the country ring their bells 108 times at midnight to symbolize and get rid of the 108 types of human weaknesses. Enjoying a glass of champagne is a common New Year's tradition. It was originally popularized in the court of Louis XIV. The associations with wealth and royalty trickled down to the middle classes as a form of aspirational drinking. Over time, champagne became associated with celebrations, and in the 19th century, newspapers began to associate champagne with family gatherings during holidays. By the 20th century, champagne became a must for New Year's Eve celebrations, and it is now considered a staple. Another interesting fact is that the first countries to celebrate New Year's are those located immediately west of the international date line. The island nations of Samoa, Tonga, and Kiribati ring in the new year a full 14 hours before the UK. Did you know in Spain, eating grapes at midnight is both a tradition and a superstition? At the stroke of midnight, Spaniards eat 12 grapes, symbolizing 12 lucky months ahead. In some areas, the grapes are also believed to ward away witches and evil. New Year's Eve is often celebrated with fireworks and noisemakers. In ancient times, fire and noise were said to dispel evil spirits and bring good luck. Fireworks were invented by the Chinese, and they are credited with linking them to the New Year's celebrations. islands of Colombia, Cuba, and Puerto Rico. Families stuff a life-size Mel doll with their things and dress it up in old clothes from each family member. As the clock strikes midnight, the doll, named Mr. Old Year, is set on fire. The belief is that bad memories and associations are stuffed into the doll, and burning it will get rid of the past year's grief and bring happiness for the new year. Until next time.